Hello everyone. In this session, we'll be talking about the rows and column shelves in Tableau. The rows and column shelves are a critical component of the interface that allows you to structure and arrange your data visualizations. These shelves determine how data is organized within a workflow, which affects the layout and structure of your visualization. By strategically placing the dimensions and measures on these shelves, you can control how data is displayed in your visualization. For example, you might put a time dimension on the column shelf to create a time series chart, or you might place a product category dimension on the row shelf to create a bar chart that shows the sales by category. The rows and column shelves are essential for defining the layout, structure, and composition of your Tableau worksheets and dashboards, which allows you to create the effective data visualizations and communicate insights clearly. Now, let's go to the Tableau screen and see where are these rows and column shelves located and how we can use them. Now we are in our Tableau screen where we would be looking at how we can take the help of rows and column shelf to create a visualization. These rows and column shelf work in the same way as in the real life the X and Y axis do. So let's say if you want to create a visualization and you want to create something like the sales per subcategory, what would you do in the real life situation? You would keep a dimension or a measure on the x-axis and the other thing on the y-axis. So let's say I want to keep the subcategories in the x-axis. So for that, what I can do is I can double click on this subcategory. Double clicking on this subcategory would be making it appear on the row shelf. If you want to change the position of it, what you can do is you can drag and drop it in the column shelf as well. So you can see the visualization, it is changing based on what is the value that you have kept in the rows or column shelf. If you keep it in the column shelf, it would give you the results column wise. And if you want to see the results row wise, you can put it in the row shelf. So this is one of the way you can double click on a category, which is the dimensions or measures, and it would appear here. But sometimes it cannot be effective. Let's say I'm double clicking on this sales, and this is not showing right now in this row shelf. It is showing over here in the text shelf. So it is giving me the same kind of result. If this was present in the row shelf, it would give me the same kind of result. If I just change it to the discrete value instead of the sum value. So you can see it is giving me a similar kind of result. But the visualization changes over here based on what are the values that are being dragged and dropped over here. So let's see with the help of another example. Let's say I want to create a bar chart. This time what I'm doing is I'm taking subcategory wise sales again. Okay. And over here, I have made it to the bar chart. So it is reflecting a bar chart right now. You can see over here that in the row shelf, I have this subcategory, while in the column shelf, I have this sales. What would happen if I make these sum of sales in the row shelf and subcategory in the column shelf? Let's see. So let's say it was here in the column shelf and this sum of sales was here in the row shelf. You can see the visualization has now changed. So based on whatever values are present in the rows and column shelf, these values would be changing. The visualizations would also be changed. Let's say I want to keep the profit as well. So I can drag this profit over here. And this time I'm creating two kind of visualizations. Both of these are the bar charts, but they are different visualizations. The first bar shows us the sales. The second one shows us the profit. So while we are creating any visualization, it is very important for us to decide what are the values that you want to keep in the column shelf and what would be the values that we would be keeping in the row shelves. Based on these values, the visualizations would be decided. And if you're not getting your preferred visualization, we always have this show me menu with the help of which you can try to create your visualization. So what is the show me menu and how to use this thing? We'll be looking at it in the upcoming sessions. But for now, this was the rows and column shelf. I hope this session was clear to you. In the next session, we'll be looking at the different on-screen elements present in the tab. Thank you.